Oi, gente! No vídeo de hoje eu trouxe um convidado, porque a gente vai falar sobre o sotaque da Nova Zelândia e algumas expressões que são bem específicas daqui da Nova Zelândia, algumas gírias. E eu achei que seria muito útil trazer um nativo para me ajudar a falar sobre isso. O Selwyn não fala português, então tudo que eu tô falando nesse momento ele não está entendendo. Do you understand anything I'm saying? Eu achei que seria legal trazer uma pessoa nativa aqui da Nova Zelândia, né, um Kiwi, para falar num sotaque Kiwi, para vocês já ouvirem um pouquinho como é que é. E depois a gente vai falar também, fazer meio um jogo assim, ele vai falar algumas gírias aqui da Nova Zelândia que ele acha que eu não conheço, a gente vai ver se eu realmente não conheço. E eu vou tentar adivinhar o que significa se eu não conhecer. Então é isso, vamos lá. Selwyn, welcome. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. Could you tell us a little bit about you and how we met?
Yeah, well, hola everybody. Obrigado for having me. My name is Selwyn. I'm 22 years old. I'm from New Zealand. I'm a native English speaker, but I speak a very weird accent called the Kiwi accent. I met Bianca at work. We used to work together. I just thought Bianca was cool and very vibey.
Yeah.
I thought your English was amazing. I was really astounded. I was just like, wow. Like,
very American though.
Very, very American. Yeah. Like the car, all of that sort of, yeah.
So the first thing I would like to talk about is the New Zealand accent. Because it's something that I really did not expect when I arrived here. I remember I went to my first job interview when I got here, and I seriously could not understand a single word of what the guy said, and I just kind of nodded and agreed. My impression is that we end up learning the North American English, the English that is very enunciated, like it's very open and everything is very clear. And here, everything is very closed and there's a lot of mumbling as well. Does that...
100%.
Is that true, or am I being...
So true. Yeah. Like, just completely true. We're not very articulate when it comes to our English. Like, we're very... I mean, I'm even doing it now, you know?
The A's, they're very different. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say staff.
Staff.
And you would say staff.
Yeah, so that's like... I think that's very much from like a British English sort of inception.
So I wanted to mention just some examples.
I'm scared.
Just some examples of, and that's already an example because I would say example, but I'm starting, because I'm living here, I'm starting to say example more. I'm starting to say staff. I'm starting to say tomato instead of tomato. So I got some examples here that I wrote before.
Okay.
So the first thing that I found really interesting when I got here, and I had no idea, is that every word that in American English we learn with a Z becomes an S when you write it down. Right. So like realized is with a Z in English, American English, and then here everything changes to an S. And by the way, you don't call that letter a Z, you call it
Z.
What else is there?
The E sounds quite different as well.
The E, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we would say egg, but Kiwis would say
egg.
Yeah, so it's way more closed and harder to understand. And I think it's interesting that egg is not only the food here, but it can be not an offense. You know, when you want to call someone stupid.
Yeah, or, you're being such an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, don't be an egg.
Yeah.
So that's what you'd say to like make somebody, make fun of somebody.
Yeah.
Really, essentially.
Call them an egg.
Yeah.
And then there's this one, who, because of the closed E, becomes a very dangerous word to say.
I think I know it.
Yeah.
I think I know the one you're getting at.
Yeah. You know when you have a house and then you have the area outside your house, which is like a porch thing of sorts. we call it a deck. But here, because the E is so close, they call it
A deck.
a deck. Which, it's just a very subtle difference with this other word, which means, a part of the male body. So, yeah.
So,
Just gotta be careful with that one. So how would you say this word here?
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
Laboratory, yeah.
So that is one that I found, and that's again British.
That's very British.
Yeah.
That's very British, yeah.
But that's how you would say it.
But that's how we would say it. Some people would say it the other way. It really just depends on the person.
Yeah.
Like, they're interchangeable, but most times than not, people would say it the way I said it.
Yeah. How is it again?
Laboratory.
Laboratory. So difficult for me. Would you say just lab? Or is that really
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
lab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Laboratory is way too long.
Yeah.
You just cut it out. It's just,
Yeah.
You just go to the
But I
lab.
hear it at work sometimes. I've heard it a couple times now. People that we work with will say laboratory. And I go, Jesus, that sounds like such an effort to say this word. Okay, so what I thought we would do now is Selwyn brought a selection of slang that he thinks I don't know. I think I'm going to know most of them.
You'll be surprised.
I'm a little bit scared. I don't know why.
So, full disclosure,
Yeah.
a lot of these slang words are often shared with Australia, the UK, and Ireland, and often they can be interchangeable. Some of them are exclusive to New Zealand. Some of them are shared between those places. Okay. So, unreal.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that just like something that is like so impressive it's unreal?
There you go.
Yeah!
That's good.
So,
Okay, so maybe you saw this amazing theatre show and you come after the show and you're like, that was unreal. That was unreal. Like, it's so,
unbelievable.
yeah, it's literally not real because you just can't believe what you saw. Like standing ovation kind of stuff, you
Cool.
know? Knackered.
Knackered. I've heard this before. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it means like when you're just exhausted.
Yeah, that's absolutely what it means. Man, you're doing really well. I feel like it's going to get progressively harder. It's more like just exhausted beyond measure.
Yeah.
But you would never hear it in North America. You would
Yeah.
never hear it in the Western Hemisphere. That you would sound like an alien if you said that.
Okay.
But if you said that anywhere in Australia, Ireland, the UK, or New Zealand, like
Oh,
they'll
really?
understand you.
Knackered.
Yeah, but you don't
Knackered.
like. We don't really say like knackered. Like, you just say naked. It's almost like there's no R in there.
Knackered.
Yeah.
How would you say it again?
I'm absolutely knackered.
Naked.
It almost sounds like naked.
Naked. Yeah. True.
Choice.
Choice. I'm not exactly sure what it means. I have heard it, but is it just kind of like alright?
More or less.
Okay.
It's a positive response.
Okay.
So if you say choice, it can be I agree, I understand,
Cool.
awesome.
Good one.
So
Good one.
it's just sort of like a positive affirmation.
Yeah.
So if I'm like, oh, choice,
Choice.
Bianca,
Yeah.
choice for this video,
Yeah.
choice to the
Okay.
people of Brazil.
Woo!
I need a beat
Do
to
you
stay.
do this as well?
Not in front of the camera. Okay. 3-0, I'm doing terrible. Okay.
No, 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
2.5.
2.5. 2.5. Munted.
I don't even... Munted?
Munted. With a D. Munted.
Munted.
Okay, so if something's munted, it's extremely broken or intoxicated. So if your car's broken down beyond repair, you could be like, my car is absolutely munted.
Like there's no repair.
There's no repair. It's
It's-
beyond repair. It's absolutely destroyed.
Ah.
But I guess when you're referring it to a person, it means they're drunk.
Ah,
Oh my
okay.
gosh, like, they were so munted the other day.
You know what I think that's the equivalent to? Pete. When, like, yeah, because that's something,
Total
so,
loss, right?
yeah, pete means perda total, which
Okay.
means total loss.
Okay.
And we would say that for cars, when they're in a crash, you would say, oh yeah, it was perda total, total loss.
Perda
total.
total.
Yeah. Yeah, but then we started using that too for when people get too drunk, like beyond, you know, you can't move, you know. And then we say deu PT, which is, you know, he's or she is beyond, you know.
Yeah.
She's out. Yeah.
Chocker.
Chocker, I know chocker.
Do you?
I do. It's when you're like so busy, you have so much stuff going on.
Yeah. You're on your way. Like, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But chocker, I guess, if we were to simplify it just means full.
Full.
So like, I've eaten so much, I'm absolutely chocker.
I didn't know that.
I can't fit it in. So
Yeah.
there's chocker in the sense of like in life where you're like, I'm too chocker to do anything. Like, I'm so busy, I'm so full. But you can also use it in like a physical sense as well.
Yeah.
Dunny.
Dunny.
Abbreviation for Dunedin.
Almost. Dunners.
That's a good guess.
Dunners.
Dunners.
That's Dunners for Dunedin. Yeah.
Cool.
The Dunny is the toilet. I'm going to the Dunny.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But that's like very rural farmer sort of talk. You don't really hear it much in like the cities.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Dunny. Oh, Muppets.
Muppets.
Yeah.
I know the Muppets.
You're on your way. Yeah.
Is it the same?
Almost. You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
Is it when someone doesn't know what he's doing?
Yeah.
You call him a Muppet.
Yeah, it's the same as Ed. Like, you're a Muppet. You're acting up. You're a fool. You're silly. You're incompetent. Man, you're such a Muppet.
You're acting like a toy, like a
literally like a puppet. Yeah.
Like a puppet. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna put these ones in the same because they essentially mean the same thing. But chur and shot.
I've heard chur. So chur is just kind of like agreeing as well with someone. You just kind of the same as choice.
Yeah.
You would kind of go chur.
Literally. Same.
And that is very used. Very used.
That is very
I hear
New
it
Zealander.
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very New Zealander.
Yeah.
You won't find that in Australia.
But-
Really.
Yeah. But the other one,
Shot.
Same
thing. Like shot Bianca. Oh, shot Jerry. Shot
sure.
dude. Yeah. So it's like a positive affirmation, a positive thank you, I agree.
Kind of like the cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah. Which is
Yeah.
also another more classic, cheers.
We have a lot of like positive affirmation
Yeah,
words.
so you have cheers, you have chur, you have
Shot.
choice.
Choice and shot.
And shot. Yeah.
And they're all pretty much, but they're all used interchangeably.
Kiwis are very positive people. Just, so many words for it, for being positive.
We're just relaxed, it's just summer vibes, summertime.
Yeah.
You know all about it, Brazil.
Yeah.
Sheila.
Sheila? No idea.
A Sheila is just like a woman.
Yeah.
So look at that Sheila over there, like, Bianca, she's a good Sheila.
Yeah.
Like she's a good girl. She's a good lass.
Yeah.
That's very rural New Zealand as well. That's very like
Sheila.
countryside, like a farmer would say, oh, look at that Sheila over there. Like, look at that woman over there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wop wops.
What?
Wop wops.
Wop wops.
Yeah.
Wop wops.
Wop wops.
I don't know.
The middle of nowhere. Isolated, nowhere, no civilization in sight. I'm in the wop wops.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're maybe you have no idea where you are, no cell phone service, no nothing. I'm in the wop wops.
In the wop wops.
Yeah.
I also just wanted to go through some classic ones.
Yeah.
That maybe you have there too. This is a very classic one. She'll be right.
She'll be right.
Could you explain to us what it means?
Basically just everything's going to be okay. She'll be
She'll be
right.
right.
Don't worry about it. Nothing to, don't sweat the small stuff.
Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, it's all good. It'll work itself out. I feel like it's very indicative of our mindset as New Zealanders.
Well, classic is another one that you guys say a lot.
Classic.
Classic. How would you use classic?
Jeez. Oh man. I guess like classic.
Classic.
maybe something that's expected, you know? Because you think of classic in the sense of like something that's classic, something that's vintage, something that's retro, but we can also use classic in the sense of something that's expected. Like let's say, oh, Bianca's shooting another video for da 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 da. Classic. Bianca, because like
that's what she does.
That's what she does. You know? Yeah, exactly.
And then so there's a classic New Zealand one, which is the sweet as.
Sweet as.
Sweet as.
Sweet as means like awesome, cool, like amazing. But you can put as behind a lot of things. So like sweet as, awesome as, chill as.
It just intensifies the first word.
Yeah.
So if you're saying chill as is very relaxed. Or,
But like I feel like a lot of English speakers that are outside of New Zealand get quite confused about what that means because it sounds like an incomplete sentence.
Interesting.
Other English speakers are expecting a full sentence and then we just don't give it to them and they're like, sweet as what? Chill as what?
Yeah.
Cool as what? Like you finish it.
Yeah.
Finish what you're saying. It's like...
Because you would say like, oh, she's sweet as chocolate.
Yes, exactly.
But you just don't say the chocolate. You just say sweet as.
Yeah.
When you're asking someone how they're doing, I notice that it's very common for them to say, not too bad, eh?
Yeah. That's very
Kiwi.
Very Kiwi, but very British.
Yeah?
Very British. Okay. Because like we don't wanna set the stakes too high, so it's like saying not too bad means like we're not bad, you know, I'm not crying right now.
Yeah.
I mean I'm not amazing, but like I'm here, I'm living.
Again, it's that low key type of Far out?
Far out. Jeez. You're kidding me.
Yeah. A bit thick?
A bit thick. Somebody who's not too smart.
Yeah.
If somebody's a bit thick, they don't have it all up in here.
Yeah. Is that very Kiwi or?
That's very Kiwi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit thick. Sorted is also something that I had never heard before, but it's just when you got something like it's organized, it's done, it's it's ready to go.
It's sorted. Yeah, you know, when you sort something out, it's
sorted. Yeah. And then there's the yena.
Classic.
What does it mean? Like, do you use it for yes or for no, or for both?
Whichever the last one is the one that you actually mean. So if you ask me like, oh, do you want an ice cream? And I go, oh yeah, nah, yeah, then it means yes. But if I say, oh yeah, nah, then it means nah.
Then there's heaps.
Oh, that's
and that I know Australia uses that as well.
I don't think Australia uses it that much. They might use it a bit, but I think that's a Kiwi thing.
Yeah. Okay. And what it means is that it's just a lot of. So there were heaps of people there. There were a lot of people there, right?
I think people get confused about it because like it makes sense in a sentence. I'm talking about other English speakers outside of New Zealand because it makes complete sense in a sentence, but you often use heaps when it comes to like things and stuff, like heaps of garbage, heaps of trash, but you don't. You use an example about people, like there were heaps of people, like we just use it in everything, whereas with I feel like other English speakers, they'd use it in very specific examples, you know?
Yeah, okay. Then this one's pretty cute, I think. Having a yarn.
Oh man, my dad has these all the time. Yeah.
What does it mean?
It's having a conversation, but it goes on forever and ever, and often it's like not factual, you know, there's no facts.
It's usually like gossipy.
Yeah.
I hear it quite a lot, just gutted.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Saying it's so funny.
Why do I say
Gutted.
it weird? Gutted.
Yeah.
Oh, gutted.
But it's like you just feel like absolutely like, I guess I'm absolutely gutted about that thing. Like I feel absolutely bad about something, you know.
Is it a little bit disappointed as well?
Very much in the realm of disappointed.
Yeah.
Like that was like you could also say gutting. Like that was absolutely gutting.
Well, then there's good day.
G'day.
G'day.
That's such an Australian
G'day.
thing. We use it here, but
You do use it here. Yeah.
G'day.
Yeah.
Good
g'day.
day. Yeah, g'day.
And then there's also kia ora.
Kia ora, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the te reo Māori way of saying hello. So what it actually means is like, because ora is like life or like wellness, so it actually means like good health or good life or something like that. Man, I feel so. Apologies if I got it wrong, but so it's like good, but it's become hello. So kia ora.
Kia ora. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you also use the oi. I mean, I feel like because oi is hello in Portuguese.
Right.
So we will say it a lot. There's oi, then there's hola.
Yeah.
So like the Spanish would say hola, but we say more hola.
Hola.
Yeah, hola.
Oi.
And oi. But I remember the first time I heard it, the oi, was a bunch of Australians saying it, and they were going oi, 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 and I was like, why are they saying oi? Are they making fun of me? Are they trying to talk to me or something? But no, it was just, a way to call attention or to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And you do say it here too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do. Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah. Oi.
Okay. I think we covered a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Well, we might do another one on words that are different here in New Zealand than we usually learn them in Brazil when we're learning English. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you again, Sally.
Cool. Obrigado.
Muito obrigada. And yeah, see you next time.
Cool.